What an incredible moment it is to be standing in front of you here all today. I'm Warren Hebbard, AIB's CEO. On behalf of us all here at AIB, I want to thank you not only for joining us here today, whether in person or virtually on our live stream, but for entrusting us with your education. Today, you join us in what marks as an exciting milestone for AIB's history, our very first official graduation ceremony here in Canada. Thank you. In my tenure as CEO, I've quickly come to appreciate how extraordinary our Canadian cohort is. Since welcoming our first Canadian student in 2014, we now proudly have over 2,000 students and graduates across every province and territory of Canada, and our numbers and reputation continue to grow. I want to express our deep gratitude and as you have supported us, just as we have supported you on our journey, you have supported us in our business. And we could not be here today without each and every single one of you, so thank you very much. The ceremony is about to begin, but before we start, we want to ensure that everyone is safe in the unlikely event of an emergency. If you hear the alarm, please follow the instructions of the Convention Centre staff. Our inaugural Canadian Graduation Ceremony of 2024 will be hosted by Dr. Alicia Stanway, Senior Lecturer and Discipline Lead of Human Resource Management, who, alongside my colleagues, has made the 14,000-kilometre journey from Australia to Canada to help us celebrate such a milestone moment. To formally open our ceremony, I'd like you now to please join me in standing as we welcome the travelling members of our academic team. Thank you. Please stand.
It gives me enormous joy to welcome you all to the Australian Institute of Business 2024 Convocation, our first ever graduation here in Canada, and we're thrilled to help our second largest global cohort celebrate such an important personal and career milestone. On behalf of just some of my academic colleagues joining me on stage, others helping within the auditorium behind the scenes, and our CEO, Warren, thank you for opening our ceremony, would like to give a special thanks to Colin Tynan, an accomplished member of our alumni community, delivering our keynote, family and our friends who have supported a significant milestone in a loved one's life and have joined us here today to help us celebrate the achievements of our graduands, which leaves me with the warmest welcome of all to our graduands. Today is more than a graduation ceremony. Today is a milestone that marks a culmination of years of hard work, studying in the pockets of your time between career, time with family, to produce just 26 assessments that were immediately applicable to your career, but perhaps more infinite than that. Today reflects not just a decision that you made some years ago to elevate your education, but the perseverance to see it through. Progress is not inevitable. It was always up to you to create that pathway. So let this milestone remind you of the courage and capability you have to craft a life that you love. While studying may seem like a solo pursuit, we all know it is impossible without our support network. Now, graduands, I'm sure you'll echo my sentiment and the baby perfectly timed cue, because we want you to do you. Graduands, let's echo that sentiment here when we take a moment of gratitude to thank the wives, the husbands, the partners, the kids, the parents, the employers, and others who have supported us to get here today. We want to thank everyone in our network who were a part of this endeavour, and I'm going to invite our graduates to stand up, turn around and thank the people supporting you here today. Now back to our audience members. In a moment, as each student crosses the stage, the person you're here to support will be front and centre for just a few short moments. So we give you full permission to personalise it. To the kids in the room, are you listening, the kids? You have permission when the person that you love crosses the stage to be as loud as you want. Babies, you do you. We're going to help celebrate and make today memorable for every single person that crosses this stage, and based on what we've seen in Canada so far, we know you're going to bring it. We are a global organisation, and alongside the City of Toronto, we acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat people, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit and Métis people. We acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 signed with the Mississaugas of the Credit, and we pay our respects to the lands of all the lands on which our students study at AIB. I'd now like to introduce our keynote speaker, Colleen Tynan, Vice President, Experience Management at WestJet. As Vice President of Experience Management at WestJet Airlines, Canada's second largest air carrier, Colleen is responsible for the strategic design and evolution of the airline's guest experience. With over 21 years at WestJet, Colleen has navigated various roles spanning corporate, commercial and operations teams. Come stand up. You can have your moment while I read the rest of this, Colleen. Her journey began in the skies as an in-flight crew member, later transitioning into increasingly higher leadership positions with the in-flight department, people and human resources, and the contact centre. Colleen's leadership shone through the COVID-19 pandemic, where she steered the contact centre through unprecedented challenges, including, as you would all know, schedule disruptions and consolidation efforts. In April 2021, Colleen brought her wealth of experience to WestJet's airports team, contributing to the organisation's recovery efforts. As VP, she oversaw all network operations across Canadian, US and international airports, along with managing all external service partners. Colleen attended the University of Calgary as a young adult, and then as a more mature student earned her MBA with a specialisation in human resource management from AIB. She is renowned for her dedication, dynamic leadership, collaborative approach, fostering strong relationships and inspiring her teams to excel. Beyond her professional endeavours, Colleen is deeply involved in community service, notably at the Calgary Stampede. Not long ago you were there. The Calgary Stampede is a volunteer-led organisation dating back to 1912 and a pillar in the Calgary community. Her volunteer roles ranging from chairing committees to serving on various panels, reflecting her commitment to the Calgary community's vitality. Colleen's life exemplifies a harmonious blend of professional achievement and personal fulfilment, grounded in a passion for service and community enrichment. Please welcome Colleen Tynan.
Thank you very much, and thank you everyone for being here today and having me. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty members, proud parents, families, friends, and most importantly, the graduates of the first Canadian AIB Graduation Ceremony, Class of 2024. What are you waiting for? Those are the 5 words that pushed me to take the leap, one that I had been scared to take for years. Those 5 words are what put me sitting where you are sitting today. Before completing my MBA at AIB in April of 2020, I told myself, I don't have the time or the money or the smarts. I didn't complete my undergraduate degree despite trying 3 different times. However, I just knew, how could I possibly get my MBA? I was struggling with the question of, who do I want to be when I grow up? Am I grown up? Will I grow up? I'm not sure anyone ever knows that answer. I had very many emotional conversations with my mom about being unhappy with my undergraduate experience and not knowing what was next for me. Through all of her support, somehow years later, through all of the doubt and not knowing where life would take me next, I knew deep down that getting my MBA was something that was very important to me. One day, I was sitting at the lunch table at work, and one of my executive leaders and a fellow colleague and AIB grad herself, and we were casually chatting about the MBA process, and I had reluctantly shared that I was considering it. In that moment, my executive asked me, "What are you waiting for?" Out of all the questions I kept asking myself for years, every answer leading me to believe that I couldn't do it, and I wasn't able to answer him. The next day I applied and started my MBA journey with AIB a month later, and what a journey it was. When I began my journey, I was working full-time running 4 contact centers in 4 different cities across the country. Only 4 months into my MBA program, I was promoted from senior manager to director. This came with added workload and responsibility. And once again, I doubted myself. How was I going to juggle it all? But things slowly began to shift, as I'm sure they have for each one of you. With every class I took, my confidence grew. With every challenging time I faced, my community of friends and family encouraged me to keep going. They would get me meals, mow my lawn, shovel my snow, sometimes in the same day. I do live in Calgary after all, the weather changes quite frequently. As I continued with the program and life kept happening around me, it became clear I needed to define my priorities. It was a lesson in boundaries, but more so resiliency. I started by choosing which of my friends were my favorites. Maybe just don't tell the others that I said that. I outsourced my lawn mowing. Thank you again, Dad. My sisters took over hosting my family dinners so that I could just show up and have one less thing to worry about. The more that I got clear on my priorities and set boundaries that I needed to balance my coursework and life, the more resilient and confident I became. This gave me clarity about who I wanted to be when I grew up. As I mentioned, I completed my MBA in April of 2020, and I think we all know what was happening at that time. I was working as a member of our global leadership team at WestJet, and we were beginning to shut down our airline. As the pandemic hit mid-March, I was ready to give up finishing my MBA. It was just too much. Everything was too much. I couldn't focus, I was overwhelmed, and I wanted to, at the very least, postpone my final project. It was my village that kept me going. I was reminded that I had all the support that I needed to finish, at work, at home, and at AIB. And for that, I will always be grateful. And I am proud to say that since finishing my MBA, I am now in my 2nd vice president role since the completion. Each one of you sitting here today may have experienced your own moments of confidence and doubt, and you have most certainly demonstrated immense resilience to reach this point. You've juggled demanding coursework, extracurricular activities, personal challenges, and perhaps like me, a global pandemic. Yet through it all, you've persevered. You've shown that setbacks are not roadblocks, but opportunities for growth. You've embraced change and adapted to new circumstances. You've learned the value of resiliency firsthand. And resilience is not just about bouncing back from adversity. It's about embracing that dance of life with courage and determination. It's about learning from every stumble and using those lessons to propel ourselves forward. Just as every dance has its dips and turns, every journey has its ups and downs, and it's how we navigate those twists and turns that define our character and shape our future. When I was given the opportunity to stand up here in front of you today, in typical fashion, I convinced myself they've probably called the wrong person. I'm not a celebrity. I've never climbed Mount Everest. I haven't cured any diseases. I've never built a business from scratch, and I'm not sure I will ever save a baby from a burning building. However, maybe if it was fashion, I could have gotten on board with that one. But in all honesty, I started to reflect on how I got here, and I realized that while our journeys are all very different, non-linear, and unique to each and every one of us, there is one thing that is the same. We didn't do it alone. We are here today because of our respective communities around us. I am standing up here today because I had people who asked me the hard questions, supported my boundaries and needs, and believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. They reminded us that we can do it. Identify who those people are for you, who show up when things are hard. Build that village with them. They will be the ones that are there for you when your resiliency is tested. I came across my LinkedIn post that I wrote when I submitted my final project, and I thought I would share it with all of you today, as it still rings pretty true. This week, I submitted my final research paper that completed my Master's of Business Administration degree. What an emotional submission that was. When I took the leap to start my MBA, I really had no idea what I'd signed up for or what I would learn. A few weeks into my journey, one of my teammates shared Oprah's book with me, What I Know for Sure. I thought, I'll get to it in a couple of years. Well, 2 years later, and what I know for sure is that I learned who my village was. I cannot do it all myself. This is true in my professional life as it is in my personal life. It's always about whom you surround yourself with that makes you stronger and more accomplished. Never has that been more apparent than it is right now, finishing my master's degree with an incredibly busy role mid-pandemic. I wasn't sure I'd make it through, but it was my village that propped me up, inspired me, and helped me through. My personal village ensured that I could support my professional village, and my professional ensured I could help finish my research. So that is what I know for sure. I have never been so clear on who my village is. I am incredibly blessed and grateful for my journey of learning. Thank you to my village. So thank you to all of you here today, for those who are supporting our graduates, mums, dads, siblings, significant others, children, colleagues, and friends. They couldn't have done this without you. And they will continue to need you as they progress in their careers and life. And there will be times when they doubt themselves, and collectively, in this room today, and those online joining us, we can encourage them be their cheerleaders and remind them what they can and already have achieved. So congratulations to the MBA class of 2024. Be the village for each other as you leave here today. You have already proven that you can accomplish anything you've set your mind to. So, what are you waiting for? Thank you.
Thank you, Colleen. I'd now like to invite Professor Darius Fitzner for the academic address.
Thank you, Alicia. Good afternoon and a warm welcome to you all. I'd like to welcome our VIP guests, my esteemed AIB colleagues, and most importantly, the focus of today, our graduates. And of course, their wonderful families and friends. Thank you all for coming. Before I get into the body of my speech, I'm going to have to wing it a little bit, so I beg your indulgence, as I'd like to share some very good news about AIB with you, and some words that I found when walking around this lovely city of Toronto that I think really drive home what's going on with us today and what we're doing. First of all, an article this week reports in the Australian MBA News, the article written by Ben Reedy, and quote, reports, the Australian Institute of Business, AIB, has retained its title as the largest provider of online MBA programs in Australia, with nearly 2,300 students enrolled. This truly reflects the quality and good reputation of our wonderful institute, the Australian Institute of Business, and you should be proud of it. Next, I found these words inscribed on a plaque at the Eternal Flame of Hope in the David Peacourt Park, and in light of what we're doing here today, I think it's something to reflect on, and I'd like to share those words with you. So the Eternal Flame of Hope sits in the middle of a calm pool of water, and beside the pool, these words are inscribed. Symbolic of hopes, aspirations, and triumphal achievements burning within the human spirit, may courage never be extinguished or light diminished, nor spirit bound in pursuit of personal excellence. Indeed, I think these are deep and meaningful words, and that you should ponder them at some time when you personally reflect. I'll repeat these words at the end of the session, or end of my speech. Thank you for your indulgence. I have the privilege of being the academic dean of what can only be described of as an amazing organisation, our AIB. It is truly an honour and pleasure for me to be here in this wonderful setting today at this inaugural graduation, a milestone celebration of the culmination of many hours of study, the realisation of assessment deadlines. I'm quite sure some of you will even have dreams about them in the future. I still do. Importantly, the skills and knowledge that you've built over the course of your studies with us at AIB. This is your day. It's your day to celebrate the hard work. It's your day to celebrate the achievements and your success in graduating with your award. You've taken a significant challenge, you've worked hard, you've persevered through the ups and downs of not just study, but also those things that life throws up at you, whether it's personal or work, and today marks a significant milestone in your education journey, one that signifies not only have you accomplished your goals, but also achieved the qualification. Congratulations. Importantly, today is also the day for thanks and acknowledgement of the people who have accompanied you on your journey and supported you in your studies. Your family, your partners, your colleagues, your course mates, very importantly, and your friends. Reflecting back on my own education journey, I would not have been able to do it with my beautiful family. I worked multiple jobs. I tried to be a supporting husband, and I was a dad of 2 beautiful children. And navigating postgraduate studies was not easy. And I know that these types of sentiment hold for all of you in the room. It wasn't easy, but you made it. So don't forget to thank those important people in your lives, those who did things to help you through your studies, such as cooking meals, coping with your mood swings, I never had those, offering a shoulder to cry on, giving big kisses and hugs when you need them, listening to you vehemently disagree with that theory that the professor delivered that day, or stepped in for you when you weren't able to be there because you were studying. And for those people that supported you, your network of support, who are not able to be here today, I'm sure the words or a note of thanks will be certainly appreciated. Excuse me. In a few minutes, as you cross the stage, not only will you join over 20,000 other AIB graduates from around the world, you will also become part of a graduation tradition. a tradition that has gone on for centuries across many countries and many cultures. You can also be proud that you'll be graduating from an institute that has a rich 40-year history, including offering the Masters of Business Administration, our MBA, our Doctor of Business Administration, our DBA, and our PhD, the Doctor of Philosophy. Today, not only are you adding an academic qualification to your name, but you also have evidence and formal recognition for your expertise, your professional capability, and your resilience. And as we've continuously seen from our alumni over the years, this qualification can and will, without a doubt, open doors for you. Your lives will change, and they may have already changed. I was the first person in my family to complete a postgraduate award, and I'm forever grateful for the opportunities that that qualification has allowed me, including being able to lead, and most proudly lead others in my family, through their studies. And of course, most importantly, to stand here today to recognise your achievement and celebrate this day with you all. Very importantly, to celebrate it with you. To all of our AIB graduates, as you mark the start of an exciting new chapter in your long lives, I would offer 3 thoughts to consider as you navigate postgraduate pathways. First, I encourage you to continue to be curious and to be courageous. In speaking to students and alumni, curiosity and courage are among the main reasons to why our students started the MBA and even continued their studies. I do hope that this continues after your graduation today and for the rest of your lives. Albert Einstein once said, "The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing." And in today's hyper-competitive world, your ability to remain inquisitive and courageous will be your greatest asset. Curiosity in the business sense is not merely about seeking knowledge, it is about pioneering innovation and solutions, challenging the status quo and foreseeing market trends. It drives entrepreneurs to venture to the unknown, executives to reimagine their strategies, and enables managers and leaders to uncover deep insights and inspire their people and organisation to even greater heights. However, being curious alone is not going to be enough. You also need to be courageous to be able to apply your learning. As much as curiosity led you to start your degrees with us, it was also your courage to sacrifice your personal resources, finance and time, that allowed you to reach this milestone. Continue to be courageous. Continue to be curious. And these will guide you through complex challenges and open doors of opportunity. Whether you're about to launch a startup, join a multinational, change careers, obtain that promotion, or chart a new, unique path, remember that there is always more to understand and explore. Embrace the question, why? Have the tenacity to follow it with, let's find out. And the courage to say, okay, let's do it. Second, I encourage you to walk the future with integrity, honesty, strong ethics, and well-defined morals. I know that your education with us at AIB has equipped you not just to succeed and achieve, but to be leaders in your own fields. But as you forge your paths, and make your marks on the world, I urge you to strive for a positive impact, an impact that extends beyond your personal achievements, to influence and improve the communities and industries within which you work. It is a certainty that you will face complex situations where the right course of action just simply isn't clear. It is in these moments that your true character as a leader will be tested. Importantly, to be truly successful as a leader, when you come to these moments in life, it is important to remember that your actions and decisions will not just impact you, rather the result will also ripple out from you to those around you, to the wider community, and even impact future generations. This underscores the importance of personal and professional integrity. Integrity when striving for excellence, because you will impact others in profound ways. As you embark on the next phase of your career, I encourage you to lead not only with the strategic and professional acumen that you've learnt and the knowledge and skills that you've honed through your studies with us at AIB, but also with a heart guided by integrity and a mind attentive to the welfare and well-being of others. Lastly, I encourage you to embrace resilience and adaptability. Life, much like business, is more often than not unpredictable. Thinking of my own mother and father, who across their entire lives together navigated many business successes and failures, and indeed wrestled with the inexorable advance of technology in business, I realised the attributes that got them through the ups and the downs were resilience and adaptability. These are traits that you should look to continue to develop as you navigate long and interesting careers. Resilience is about our ability to bounce back from setbacks, learn from failures, and continue forward. So draw on these moments when life and your studies pull you in different directions as inspiration. For some of us, including myself, there were moments when we thought obtaining our qualification was impossible. We just weren't going to get there. Yet, here you all are today. Know that you've done it before and you'll be able to do it again. Markets will fluctuate, trends will shift, and what works today may not entirely work tomorrow. You may find yourself facing scenarios and challenges that today's business leaders have never faced before. And of course, those buzzwords, Chat GPT, Grok, generative AI, and so on, may define the future of work, but I assure you, other things will come along and replace them. The tools and systems you use today may well be obsolete tomorrow, and the strategies that work now may need to be reimagined next week or next year. However, your ability to adapt as you navigate the opportunities and challenges that arise will continue to endure. As such, while resilience is your anchor, let adaptability be your rudder, guiding you to pivot and evolve your strategies and perspectives. It is about being open to learning new skills, embracing new technologies. If I can do LinkedIn, you can embrace new technologies, truly. And continuously evolving to stay ahead of the curve. Most importantly, stay ahead of the curve. So as you set out from here today, I sincerely wish you all the very best in this exciting new chapter of your lives. And on behalf of all the AIB staff around the place, thank you for entrusting your education with us. And know that each and every one of us every one of you are actually inspirations for us. Watching you cross the stage is a great reminder as to why we do what we do, and it fuels us to continue to be better as we pursue our aim to transform lives through practical education. The impact of you walking across the stage sees me asking you, please don't tear up and cry as we're out there, because I will with you. I can assure you I'm a crier. Before I finish, I would share that inscription with you again. The eternal flame of hope, sitting in a calm pool of water. Beside it, the inscription, symbolic of hopes, aspirations, and triumphal achievements burning within the human spirit. May courage never be extinguished, or light diminished, nor spirit bound in pursuit of personal excellence. Thank you. I would now like to invite Associate Professor Sumesh Nair, Marketing Entrepreneurship Academic, to commence the conferral of awards. Professor.
Thank you, Professor Fitzner. For the single award of Graduate Diploma in Management, Martina Talifrey. For the award of Master of Business Administration, Kasu Deshome Egis. J. Benjamin Allen. Pamela Ann Andrews. Ui Yeikoya Anebi. Andrea Christina Anton. Elizabeth Archibald. Wahak Atik. Alan James Batose. Carla Maria Dacunha Ramos Batose. Satinder Singh Brar. Chantel Melina Collingham. Lisa Renee Campbell. Carissa Dawn Carlton. Vasiliki Sharistis, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award and valedictorian for our April 2023 graduation ceremony. Heather Mary Coase, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Bronwyn McDonald Constantina, Tamara Dawn Court, Simone Tanya Craig, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Newton Donald Linfield Crawford, Helen Davis, Angela Antunes de Maria, Mary Elizabeth Deacon, Syed Idris Dean, Shalina Dhalla, Udam Rasiru Damasri Vitana, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Pardeep Singh Dhillon, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Janet Dintial, Manar Al-Mugammar, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Paul Fuad, Sarah Garcia, Daniel Yvonne Gotsky, Belinda Weiling Graham, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Corey and Joan Graham, Shelley Mary Harrison, Brianna Louise Harvey McLeod. Kay-Ann Heichel. Amin Hemani. Sochin Marlin Hernandez Okia. Robert Emmanuel Hickey, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Miroslav Karlisi. Nicholas Thomas Matthias Carlson John Kropp. Ildiko Kelly. Xuan Lemay. Anna Faith Leon. Sylvia Sue B. Lin. Joseph Andrew Ludwig. Janet Medra. James Shamiso Mandivitsa. Natalia Roxanne Isabelle McLean. Hassan Abbas Mirza. Joshua Isaac Moses. Tendakai Amor Vangapo. Tanya Lynn Nasek. Julie Gail Perry, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Christina Mary Parker. Timothy Robert Parker. Mikhail Pavlov. Sianfei Frick-Saivon. Tabia Kagiso Openan. Manu S.N. Raj. Davin Ransamuch, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Heather Jill Raymond. Shannon Mary Randall. Leanne Mary Randall. Cyril Orlando Rodney. Benjamin Joseph Roche. Thomas J. Sandrin. Samuel Saul. Robert Gregory David Siegel. Vesna Spasitsky. Janelle Michelle Saint Omar. Marjorie Taff. Brian Michael Wall. Ashley Brooke Villa. Jamie Ellis White. This concludes the first half of the degree conference. I would like to invite Dr. Bora Chisia, Senior Lecturer in Marketing and Entrepreneurship Management, to present the second half of the degree conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Sumesh. For the award of MBA in Entrepreneurship Management, Olabisi Olufanmilola Adebayo. Safia Aruz. Adelardo Bantug. Robert Michael Belisley. Toby Lauren Burgess. David Gerard Frederick Kell. Maxime Crawford. Christine Johan Diaz. Rachel Jenner. Sean McSweeney. Adam Gaston Joseph Miron. Neelam Ramzanali Sumar Samji. Scott Andrew Wisdall. For the award of MBA in Finance, Human Abulatebi Poor. Taranjit Kaur Bains. At Nathaniel Ajenim Yao Boateng. Carmen da Paz Cardoso. Sherry L. Dow. Timothy Donald Ginn. Jennifer Hossein. Ahmed Muhammad Mustafa Hamel Khairi. DL Michelle Mooney. Tibor Palfi, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Melissa Lynn Paxton. Carl Anthony Smith. Jocelyn Nicole Watson, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. David Zilla. For the award of MBA in Human Resource Management, Mabinti Nene Berry. Amanda Cecilia Berkner. Joshua Ryan Bricker. Virginia Carreiro. Doris Carreiro Fonseca. Andrea Salone. Carrie Leanne Dobson. Olamide Bidemi Fashuba. Andrea Michelle Huving. Erin Joanne King. Marisa Mannarino. Tanalyn Ardell Milner. Christopher George Oliver. Jessica Cheyenne Ponto. Tina Marie Puy Gurbina. For the award of MBA in Logistics and Supply Chain, Samuel Uche Azubike. Mario Badur. Kevin Andrew Brown. Congrats. Sebastian Di Martino. Francesca D'Urso, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Mohammed Faisal Farouk. Richard Junkind, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. Ahmad Akram Kalaf. Arslan Ali Khan. Peter Lasko. Emmanuel Tekele Petras Youssef. For the award of MBA in Marketing Management, Manny Alexander Avila. Mandy Silveira Freer. Sean Kevin Insanali. Fazledin Rixiboev. Chawezin Shimonia Thorne. Courtney Christina Young, who is also a recipient of the Dean's Merit Award. This concludes the second half of the degree conferrals.
Thank you, Darius. Thank you, Samesh. Thank you, Bora, for conferring the awards. First graduation ceremony, I've needed a Kleenex. The energy was amazing, but may I add, the most amazing set of shoes crossed this stage. Now, congratulations to our freshly minted graduates. We are incredibly proud of you and thrilled to welcome you to our AIB global alumni community of more than 20,000 across 95 countries. Not all of our graduates could be here with us to celebrate in person today, but we would like to acknowledge them on screen. So if you are live streaming at home, champagne at the ready. I'm lagging 10 seconds for you to get your phones out. Get ready. This is going to be your moment, and at the conclusion of the credit roll, we will present our valedictorian award. I would now like to present the Valedictorian Award. The Valedictorian Award recognises an AIB student. Thank you, Darius. The Valedictorian Award recognises an AIB student for academic excellence, the student with the highest GPA of all MBA graduates out of 7.0. The recipient of the award is here to receive her certificate on stage, our recipient received her valedictorian award at the Adelaide Graduation Ceremony in 2023 and would now like to recognise her achievements in her home country with a GPA of 6.83. Congratulations, Vasiliki Charitsa.
So before I get to my speech, I actually want to acknowledge an individual. And so when this person, this AIB graduate, recognizes who they are, I want them to actually stand. Earlier today, a story was shared with me that this individual was on their way here and witnessed an individual who had fallen. And that individual needed some medical attention. And instead of walking past that person, stopped to offer their assistance. So I know you're in this crowd, and I know you're part of the HR group, so wherever you are, I want you to stand right now, please, and share your name with me. What is your name? Chris, what you do not know is that, and you could not know, that that was my father. And so I am immensely thankful, because when I got to go to Australia, he couldn't come with me, and he's here today, so I want to say thank you. You truly demonstrate what it means to be an AIB MBA graduate. You lead with compassion and kindness, and instead of walking past and being busy, you stop to help this man. So I want to say thank you to you. So ladies and gentlemen, esteemed professors, fellow graduates, and honored guests, today is a special occasion, marking the first international graduation for our program and honoring a decade of AIB MBA graduates who have paved the way. It is a profound honor to stand before you as a valedictorian of the class of 2023 and to share this momentous occasion with you. Before I continue, I want to thank the organizing committee and the delegation who traveled here to ensure that we had the opportunity to cross this stage and be celebrated. So please give these folks a round of applause. I want to also take a moment to say thank you to our families and friends who are here with us today. Thank you for your unwavering support, encouragement, and love. Your belief in us has been our anchor and our inspiration. We would not be here today if it was not for you. Today, we celebrate you alongside our accomplishment. So even though, Dr. Alicia, you stole it, I'm going to ask all the graduates to once again stand. Please turn and face your family and friends and give them a round of applause, because today is their day as much as it is yours. To my own parents, I am profoundly grateful. You immigrated to Canada and built a life here through sheer determination and hard work. Your unwavering belief in me and constant encouragement have shown me that with commitment, anything is possible. You inspired me to pursue my dreams and to face every challenge with confidence. Thank you. To my husband, thank you for being by my side through every late-night study session, every moment of doubt, and every victory. Your encouragement has not just pushed me to shine, but has taught me the true meaning of partnership and sacrifice. I am here because you believed I had the right to want more for myself. I am proud I backed myself, but I could not have done this without you. Πάντοτε με αγάπη και συνεννόηση στα μάτια σου βρήκα το καλύτερο εαυτό μου. To my daughter, Maria, know in your heart that the universe is limitless, and so are you. Dream boldly and chase those dreams with the fierceness of your full, authentic self. Embrace every bit of who you are, and never dim your light for the comfort of those unwilling to grow. To our professors, thank you for shaping us, for challenging us to push beyond our comfort zones, and for instilling in us the resilience and adaptability needed to navigate the complexities of today's business world. Your commitment to our careers has inspired us to strive for excellence, embrace lifelong learning, and approach every challenge as an opportunity for growth. Thank you for believing in us, for guiding us to become the leaders we are today. Pursuing an MBA was deeply personal for me, even though I had already completed a BBA from the Schulich School of Business and several postgraduate certificates, including executive training, and had more than 15 years of progressive experience. Something was missing. I could feel it. When I decided that it was time to want more for myself, it set off a chain of events that at the time I could not understand, but I am thankful for. I had dedicated my career to the not-for-profit sector in government, but in the summer of 2019, I decided to enter the world of for-profit, but the universe had other plans for me. My dad had just been diagnosed with a 6-centimeter brain tumor and required immediate surgery. So I paused my career in November of 2019 to help him navigate his new normal. And it was at that moment that I decided to take control of my own destiny. I applied for my MBA. And then the world changed in 2020, so I studied alongside my daughter during online school, kept my family business going. And if that wasn't enough, I decided to re-enter the working world. So I joined a communications team at a hospital during the height of the pandemic, all the while continuing my MBA. When I started the MBA, I set out to excel. I knew there would be recognition in my hard work and commitment. I strived for excellence every single day. Anything is possible, but you have to make choices. Instead of letting the noise, the haters, the naysayers deter me, I used their doubt as fuel for my own ambition. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat." This quote resonated with me throughout my journey, reminding me to strive for greatness despite the challenges. I truly believe that failure is not the end. It is only an opportunity to learn and grow. And if a table is no longer serving you, you must have the courage to get up and leave. You must surround yourself with people who will lift you up, who will give you the space to do all that you are capable of. You have earned that right to be at the decision-making table, so you must take your seat with confidence. And if no seat is available, I challenge you to build your own tables and fill it with more diverse teams. You can help create a world where people are viewed as equal partners. I found my community at AIB, and I am forever grateful. My experience was a transformative one. A special thank you to, and bear with me, Drs. Sanjeev, Bora, Kaufman, Sue, Shrimal, Kavita, Patel, Tahid, Chad, and Dr. Samesh. And I cannot forget my course advisor, Brad, who after every completed course and release of grades reminded me I was on track to become a valedictorian. My time at AIB also taught me to strive for excellence not just for myself, but for the betterment of those around me. It taught me servant leadership is vital in today's world. To lead is to serve. This philosophy has been my guiding light, and it is one I challenge each of you to embrace as you move forward in your career paths. To the incredible men of our cohorts, as you continue to pursue your career goals, remember, you have an obligation to challenge the status quo and to push boundaries in your respective fields. Strive to create environments that are equitable, inclusive, where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Embrace the responsibility to advocate for change and break down barriers that hinder progress. To all the remarkable women across our cohorts, it has been an honor to witness your strength, resilience, and determination. To all the graduates sitting here today, I'm immensely proud to have crossed the finish line with you. This MBA is a testament to your hard work, intelligence, and unwavering commitment. Let it serve as a reminder that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to, and that your future holds limitless possibilities. Embrace your journey with confidence and continue to inspire and uplift those around you. Our greatest achievements will not be measured by the profits we generate, but by the impact we have on the lives of others. Earning an MBA is a significant achievement. It signifies not only our expertise in business, but also our commitment to continuous learning and personal development. It opens doors to opportunities and equips us with the tools to make a profound impact in the world. But with this privilege comes a great responsibility. So I challenge each of you to lend a hand to those still on their journey. Be the leader your younger self needed. Be a teacher, a mentor, an agent of change. Freely share your knowledge and experiences, and try to help change the trajectory of at least one person starting out on their career path. By doing so, we create a ripple effect of positive impact that extends far beyond ourselves. An MBA also signifies that we keep moving, we keep making changes, and we never settle for mediocrity. Today, you join the ranks of the AIB MBAs before you. With that comes a profound sense of duty. Your duty is to lead with integrity, to innovate with compassion, and to use your skills to make a positive impact on your organizations and your communities. You have been entrusted with the responsibility to be the change makers, the problem solvers, and the leaders who drive progress and sustainability. However, we're living in a world of rapid change and constant disruption. At the same time, we're facing critical environmental challenges. The past few years have shown us how unpredictable the future can be. Yet, it is in these moments of uncertainty that true leaders will emerge. We must lead through disruption with courage over comfort. It is our responsibility to step out of our comfort zones, to face challenges head-on, and to drive change that benefits not only our bottom line, but our people, our communities, and the world at large. Our roles as leaders must extend beyond the boardroom. It is imperative that we contribute to the well-being of society and the environment. Our success should not come at the expense of our people and planet. We are global citizens, and we must act like it. As leaders, we must remember to find solutions that not only benefit our bottom line, but also our people and the planet. This means fostering sustainable business practices, advocating for social responsibility, and ensuring that our impact is positive and lasting. Successful stewardship of the 21st century enterprise must exist alongside the stewardship of our companies, our communities, and the planet. 2 decades into this century, we're at a cultural, social, and democratic inflection point. Younger generations are demanding that organizations and governments take responsibility for the world they have created. Organizations are under immense pressure to establish enterprises that benefit our environment and society while maintaining ethical, transparent corporate governance. Companies and governments must focus on sustainability, diversity, and exemplary governance in order to operate in this century. In this context, I am reminded of the powerful insights from the book Leading Through Disruption. Disruption is not just an obstacle, but an opportunity to innovate and grow. As business leaders, we must be mindful of the world around us. We must stay curious, and we must embrace change rather than fear it. And it does not matter what title you hold or where you find yourself on that corporate hierarchy. You must do more than what is expected, even when nobody is looking. What defines true leadership is the ability to make a positive impact, even when there is no immediate recognition or reward. It's about doing what is right, not what is fun, fast, or easy. So I ask that you leave every situation better than when it was when you arrived. Become the type of leader that people would follow, even if you have no title. Today, as I stand here before you, I ask that when you leave here and go back to your respective roles, you consider leading with both vision and compassion. Let us redefine what it means to lead in the 21st century, not just by maximizing profits, but by maximizing our positive impact on the world around us. Together, we have the power to build a better world, a world where people, profit, and planet can thrive in harmony, a world where we use our skills, knowledge, and influence to make a difference. So let us go out there and lead, not just through disruption, but towards a brighter, more sustainable future, a future where we don't just make a living, but make a life worth living for ourselves, for our communities, and for generations to come. If you remember nothing of this speech, remember this. Carry forward the spirit of gratitude, always cherishing the support that has shaped your journey. Embrace every challenge as a chance to grow and evolve, turning obstacles into opportunities. Lead with a servant's heart, choose courage over comfort, and never cease in your quest for knowledge, remaining lifelong learners, adaptable and resilient in the face of an ever-changing world. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." So let us dream big, act boldly, and lead with compassion. The world needs our ideas, our energy, and our dedication. Graduates, and now fellow alumni, you join the ranks of those before you and become global AIB MBAs. The future is yours to shape, so make it extraordinary.
Thank you, Vasiliki. Congratulations on an outstanding achievement. The ceremony is drawing to a conclusion, but before it does, a few remarks. For those who have pre-purchased tickets to the cocktail function this evening, this will commence at 5 p.m. in the Park View Room 501, located in the South Building. It is a bit of a trek, so just give yourself a little bit of time to get there. On behalf of AIB, we would especially like to thank Colleen and Vasiliki for sharing their sentiments with us today. We'd also like to give a really big thank you to many of our AIB staff who are here today but are also back home in Australia supporting us and supporting you on your graduation journey. An occasion like today is no easy feat. So a special thank to Delvine, producing behind the scenes, not just for her meticulous event management, making this event flawless, but also for getting a whole delegation here, multiple flights, without a hiccup. Phenomenal work. We'd also like to thank Annalise from marketing and the rest of her team for the marketing campaigns that we've seen around Toronto, and also for all of our content creation, and thank you to the students and alumni who have contributed to that also today. We'd like to thank all of the AIB team who have contributed to making today special for everyone involved. Thank you everybody for attending the 2024 Canadian Graduation Ceremony, and especially those who have travelled interstate and overseas. We appreciate this. Our final remark, our final thank you, goes to our graduates. Thank you for trusting us with your AIB education. At AIB, our mission is to transform the lives of everyday working professionals with career-enhancing credentials so that you can go and elevate your own careers and step into your amplified self with greater business acumen and confidence. From all of us here at AIB,
Congratulations. 어비난던 बहुत बधाइयाँ.
Gefeliciteerd.
축하합니다. 아심스러워.
خوش gelinizde. Bayrogi. بهتون تبریک میگم.
Gratulacje. Zor piroza.
Pozdravляем.
Я мамунина Aiko.
Parabéns.
Felicidades.
Selamat. बहुत मुबारक हो.
Gratulalım.
Tebrikler.
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧਾਈਆਂ.
please join me in a standing ovation for the class of 2024.